హలో స్టూడెంట్స్, చెప్పాను కదా ఎలక్ట్రికల్ సర్క్యూట్స్ కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానని చెప్పి, ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానని. అందులో ఫస్ట్ ఎలక్ట్రికల్ సర్క్యూట్ స్టార్ట్ చేద్దాం. ప్రతి ఒక్కరు హుషారులో ఉంటారేమో ఇప్పుడు ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ చూడగానే. ఓకే, బట్ మనకేమనుకుంటామంటే వీ హోప్ దట్ వీ కెన్ కవర్ మ్యాక్సిమమ్ అవర్స్ ఇన్ ది ఇంజనీరింగ్ సెక్షన్, బట్ యూ మే లాస్ట్ out of 100 you may lose 25 to 30 bits because negligence. You must carefully study your first study your electrical engineering subject carefully. Later only concentrated on MPC. Now coming to the electrical circuits, total electrical circuits or total electrical engineering will be depends on only 5 parameters. In this also you can classify as 2: passive elements, active elements. In the passive elements, what is passive and what is active? Passive means it consumes or stores energy. Active means it delivers energy. In the passive elements there are 3 elements: resistance, inductance, capacitance. Active elements: voltage source and current source. Resistance, everybody know, this will be denoted as R. Symbol is unit is ohm, OHM. Inductance L, Henry. Capacitance C, Farad. Voltage and current V, I. Okay, now you see individual elements, how that these parameters will be vary with the other parameter. Voltage source or current source. Again these can be classified as 2: ideal source and non-ideal source. Ideal source means with respect to time, the voltage or current magnitude does not change with time. That means if you keep a battery for 10 years, once you measure the voltage, let 2 volts, after 10 years also the voltage should be V, then only that source is called ideal source. Non-ideal source, this means the voltage or current magnitude will be decreased with respect to time. Okay. In the universe there is no ideal sources. You cannot find any ideal sources in this universe. Everywhere you find only non-ideal sources, because if you keep a battery with a 2 volts or 20 volts, if you observe after 6 months the voltage will be get down. Okay, this voltage and current source also classified as dependent source, independent source. You will find dependent source in the next level, that is engineering level. Dependent source, independent source. Independent source can be represented as like this, or like that, or this AC source. This is independent source, will be represented as like this. In the dependent source there are 4 types. One is voltage source, voltage dependent, that is KV, alpha V. This can be denoted as plus minus alpha V. Second one is voltage source current dependent, that is alpha I. This I is somewhere in the circuit. Third one is current source current dependent. This can be represented as arrow in that. Current source current dependent. The other one is current source voltage dependent. This can be written as like this. Okay, these are the sources. These are the varieties of sources will be found in your field. Charge. What is charge? If you rub your hand with a chair, if you sit on a chair, then your hair will be attracted to the chair. That means there is an attractive force between these two. How that will happen? If you rub your hand with the chair, your hair will be, hand air will get one charge and the chair will get another charge, or positive or negative. Please verify which thing will get negative charge and positive charge. Charge can be measured, or unit is coulomb. You can be denoted this charge as Q. Q is equal to IT or N into E. That means number of electrons into the charge of one electron. This is a conductor. If I is flowing through this for 2 seconds, then what is the charge flow in this is 2T. Q equal to 2I, because I is the current flow in this for 2 seconds. Then Q equal to 2I. Next, resistance. This is an element of the conductor which opposes the flow of current. Resistance will be represented as R. Now, if you want to calculate the resistance of a conductor, you must know the parameters of the conductor, that is length, area and resistivity of the conductor, because the resistivity will be changed with material used. R equal to rho L by A. That conductor will be in the shape of square conductor, circular conductor, rectangular strip or halo conductor. So R depends on the length of the conductor. If the length is increased, the resistance will be increased. Area of the conductor, area increases, then resistance will be decreases, because the chance for the flow of current is more, or the resistance to the flow of electron is very less if the size of the conductor is increases. So due to that, resistance will be decreased with the increase of area. You will find more problems, or one other even you will face one question from this character of the conductors. Again, one more is R equal to V by I. Resistance representation. This resistance can be represented as like this. Let two resistors resistances are in the series. Series means, please note, if you don't know what is series and what is parallel, you can easily observe from this. Here current is flowing through R1 and R2. The same current is flow in this and this one is also. Then the two resistances are said to be are in series. Let 2 amperes, then in this also flows current, in this also same current will be flow. 2 amperes, 2 amperes. You may get a doubt. Let this is 2 amperes, this is 2 amperes. Then these two are in series? No. Because the entered current should be 4, then this will be divided. This is different person, this is different person. So these two are in parallel. In this same current, same person is going through both of that resistors. So then only we can say that these two resistors are in series. These two are in parallel because the current enter into this is divided into 2 or 3 or 4. These 4 are in parallel. Again, let this is starting point, this is finishing point. This starting point and this is finishing point, this is starting point and this is finishing point. Starting and finishing must be connected at the same. Here this is starting point, this is starting point. Both starting points are connected to each other and the external point. This is finishing point, this is finishing point. Both are connected, and so then only we said that these two are in parallel. Okay. Okay, actually I copied these problems from B.L. Theresa. Little bit, not all. Which problem is better for you, then only I will suggest you which problem you have to go through. A coil consists of 2000 turns of copper wire having a cross-sectional area of 0.8 mm. The mean length per turn is 80 centimeter and the resistivity of the copper is 0.02 micro ohm meter. Find the resistance of the coil and power absorbed by the coil when connected across 110 volts DC supply. First, one thing, there is no shortcut in the engineering and physics, also chemistry. You will find only shortcuts in mathematics. Please note. In the engineering, you will find maximum half of that is theory. And also you can easily attempt this below the time what he had given. Okay, let me, these all may not be right in an examination, because if you write all these things, you'll miss many bits in the examination. Length of the coil, let L is equal to, what is the cross-sectional area of the conductor, 0.8 mm, and mean length of the turn. Let this is the turn. From this to this is 80 centimeter. Mean turn. That means not this one or not this one. This is mean. Mean means average. So then how many turns are there? Turns are 2000 turns. Mean length is 80 centimeter. So length of the coil is L equal to 0.8. That means I convert this into meters into 2000. Then this becomes 1600 meters. What is area? This is cross-sectional area, 0.8 mm square. A equal to 0.8 mm square. All the units should be in terms of meters only, or if you want to find a ratio, then you no need to go for check whether it is in meters or centimeters or millimeters. Now you are finding resistance of the coil, so A should be in meter square. Therefore R equal to rho L by A. So finally you will get 40 ohms. What is power observed? V square by R. What is V? 110 volts square by 40. Then confined. Okay. Next one. An aluminum wire 7.5 meter long is connected in a parallel with a copper wire 6 meter long. When a current of 5 ampere is passed through the combination, it is found that the current in the aluminum wire is 3 amperes. The diameter of the aluminum wire is 1 mm. Determine the diameter of the copper wire. Resistor of the copper wire is, and that of the aluminum, this one. Okay. When a current of 5 amperes is passed through the combination, 5 amperes is flowing, and he had given that in the aluminum wire 3 amperes is flowing. So 5 is entering one side, 5 persons are entering into the room, and 3 members take the one path, and how many are there? Only 2 members are there. So in this way only 2 amperes flows. Okay, 1 represents lead aluminum, 2 represents lead copper. Then R1 equal to rho 1 L1 A by A1 L1 by A1, R2 equal to rho 2 L2 by A2. Then if you divide this one by this 2, then you will get this. Finally I1 is 3 amperes, I2 is 5 minus 3, that is 2. So you need area of copper. No. What he had, determine the diameter of the copper. Diameter of the copper. Okay. Diameter. He is asking diameter. So then first you find A2. That means area. Then pi r square is, pi r2 square is A2. Then you can find this one. So he had given that the currents in flowing in this. Then you can find, because these two are in parallel. In parallel voltage is same. So V equal to I1 R1 equal to I2 R2. So you know I1 and I2, then you can find R1 by R2 or something else. Even if you don't know the voltage, because you need only ratio of R1 to R2. This one. Now A1 is this one. You know that he had given that diameter. I put the diameter in mm only because I am finding the ratios by using, I am finding the diameter by using ratios. So finally I will get the diameter in mm. Please note that and do this one. Pause and note. This one also. Please take the question and answer it. Please go all these steps in the examination. Simply just dot. Like that only you can cover the time. Otherwise you lose so many bits. Okay? Okay, do all these problems. Answer is here. Question is this one and answer is this one. Okay? Conductance or conductivity. Conductance. First we see conductance. These two are not equal, not the same. Resistance, resistivity, like that. Conductance is reciprocal of the resistance. Conductivity is the reciprocal of resistivity. This is resistance, this is resistivity. Effect of temperature and resistance. If you go on increasing the temperature of a conductor and the flow of current, that means flow of electron, will be obstructed by the internal molecules. So current will be reduced. That means resistance will be increased. If you go on increasing the temperature, the resistance will be increased. If you go on decreasing the temperature, the resistance will be decreased. Effect of temperature on resistance directly proportional to the initial resistance, that is called R naught, and also directly proportional to the temperature, and also the nature of the conducting material, that is called alpha. RT equal to R naught into 1 plus alpha naught alpha T. Okay, see the graph. This is temperature graph, this is resistance graph. Yes, if you go on increasing the temperature, the resistance will be increased. If you go on increasing the temperature of the conductor, the resistance will be come down and goes to 0. This is resistance, this is temperature. So if you go on to the minus 234.5 degrees centigrade, the resistance of the conductor is 0. That at that point is called the conductor is superconductor. Okay, if you want to compare with, because everywhere you cannot get the resistance at R naught, because resistance at 0 degrees centigrade. No, normally 20 degrees or 25 at the room temperature. Then if you want to find somewhere, if the machine is going on running, the temperature will be increased. So in particular temperature, or that particular temperature, what is the resistance and how much we are losing, that if that type of conductor is suitable for that machine. So all are you have to be calculated and proceed for the further manufacturers or manufacturing a motor or transformer or something else, anything. Therefore RT equal to R1 into 1 plus alpha naught T2 minus T1. From this you can find R2, the resistance at T2 degrees centigrade. Ohm's law, the ratio of potential difference between any 2 points on a conductor to the current flowing between them is constant, provided the temperature of the conductor does not change. This is very important. Temperature should be constant. For finding the constant, this one, let's take 2 points. Find the voltage difference between the 2 points. Find the current flowing through these 2 points. Then the ratio between V and I is constant everywhere, any time, but provided that temperature must be constant. So take this sum. 3 resistors are connected in series across a 12 volts battery. The first resistance has a value of 1 ohm, second has a voltage drop of 4 volts, and the third has a power drop of 12 watts. Calculate the value of the circuit current. He had given R1, the voltage across R2, and the power drop across R3, the given voltage. From this, you must find R3 in I or R1, R2 in terms of I or R1. Then total, finally you will get a quadratic equation. Then from that you can find the resistance of each. This one I had given. So from this I square R3 is 12, because 12 watts he had given. I R3 equal to 4. not R3. The second has a voltage drop of 4 volts. IR2 this one is. Okay. So R2 from this is 3 by 4 R2 square, because I is equal to 4 by R3. Okay. From this, if you substitute in this, then you will get R3 equal to this one. I equal to 4 by R2. Now, what is the voltage applied? 12 volts. So, I into R1 plus R2 plus R3 is 12 volts. What is R1? 1 ohm. R2 is R2. What about R3? I find this R3 in terms of, R2. So, this one. So, finally, you will get quadratic equation. I think everybody know to solve this one. For this, R will get 2 values. Okay. R2 will get 2 values. From this, R3 will also 2 values. And the current flow is also 2, because as long as the resistance is changing, the current flow is changed, because this is 12 volts constant. Okay, try this one. If you do more problems, the exam is very easy to you to calculate and to answer. Try this. Okay, come to this one. Question is not here. Okay, here given that the current through this resistance is 0. That means this is called balanced bridge. If the current through this galvanometer is 0, then this is balanced bridge. Means this one R1, this 2 R2, this 3 R3, this R4. Here R1 into R2 equal to R3 into R4. Because this is, in this is 0, then R1, R2 equal to R2, R3 must be satisfied. Otherwise, the current does not 0 if this bridge is not balanced. So he asked to find the resistance when the bridge is balanced. So R1 into 1 equal to 4 into 1.5. Then you will find R. And also he asked the current. I think this is 10 volts. So what is R? R into 1 equal to 4 into 1.5 means R equal to 6 ohms. So this is 6 ohms. Now observe, these two are in series, these two are in series. So 4 plus 6 is 10. This is 2.5. Now again these two are in parallel. So 2.5, 10. Find these two are in, so 2.5 into 10 by 2.5 plus 10. Then find something and add this. Then finally got 4 ohms. And current flow in this is 10 by 4, 2.5. In this he asked. So find the drop here, and the drop you have to subtract from this. Then you will find the voltage across this. So this is 10 ohms. This voltage by 10 gets current in the R, because this is opened. Okay.